Good night, fragrance fiends. It's Hannibal. This is Magnificence. Tonight, I have a bit of a special episode for you guys. I have 3 discontinued fragrances on this table, which I picked up after watching a Jensen's video. Very incredible suggestions by the guy. I'm just going to be giving my first impressions of these. Props to Ashton. Thank you for putting me onto these. I have already smelled them because this is the second time I'm shooting this video because I had up my audio. So first off, as you can see from the screen behind me, we have Escada Sentiment. Here is the bottle. Escada Sentiment. I'm gonna show you the sprayer right here. Waste the spray for you guys. This is classified as a woody citrus aromatic. This was created by Dominique Ropion and Laurent Bruyere. It was launched in 2002. It's discontinued now, but it smells very nice. It smells kind of mass appealing. It does smell a bit unique though. The main notes in this one that really dominate the body of it are the juniper berries, the lime, and the pink pepper, which is in this. The juniper and the lime are the top notes in this fragrance. The heart notes are pink pepper and nutmeg, and the base notes are a mixture of sandalwood, vetiver, cedar, and I can't remember the last one, honestly. Yeah, just those 3. As the fragrance dries down, you get a bit more of that vetiver, a little bit less of that lime, which is really dominating in the beginning with the juniper berries. Those 2 notes are the main thing that dominates the first 10 minutes of the fragrance. I have the dry down sprayed right here. We're getting more of that pink pepper mixed with the nutmeg and the woods in the base. Really nice fragrance, really easy to digest. Alright, so the next one we have is Balmain by the House of Balmain Paris. I could only get my hands on this little 5 milliliter. There we go. Good girl. Yeah, so you get the gist of it. I've already dabbed it on my hand here. I couldn't get a whole full bottle, and I'm not upset about it really. I don't really like this fragrance much, and I'll go into the note breakdown and who created it, the year it was launched in a second. It was launched in 2004. The nose behind this one is Antoine Maisondeau. So for the note breakdown, we have that eucalyptus, that lavender, and that mandarin orange in the top. We have that cardamom, and we have that freesia in the mid. And we have that tonka bean, that vanilla, that sandalwood, and that musk in the base. Okay, so they say that in this fragrance there's a lot of eucalyptus, but really and truly what I most get is that mandarin orange, lavender, and that tonka bean the most. I don't smell much of the eucalyptus. I've smelled eucalyptus fragrances. I own Royal Mayfair. That thing there is eucalyptus galore. I enjoy eucalyptus mints or candies a lot, and this does not smell much of eucalyptus, and I really don't like it much. It comes off a bit tonka beanish with sour in there, so I'm not a big fan. You know, I'm glad I got my hands on this little sample just to smell it, but it's a good thing I didn't get a whole bottle because I don't really see myself wearing this much. Next one. The next one we have here is from the House of Mont Blanc, and it is Starwalker. I'll waste the spray for you guys because us fragrance fiends love to see that squirt action. Don't unsubscribe, please. Okay, so this is a blue, mass appealing, fresh, citrusy fragrance. It's a little bit woody. It's a little bit unique, but not so much. It is along the lines on like a family of Individual by the same house, Mont Blanc. I don't see much, you know, outside of the box. It doesn't smell like a dryer sheet like how Individual smells, but it's not something that's groundbreaking or amazing in any way. It smells good. You're gonna like it. You're gonna spray it on probably. All of these here smell synthetic. That is a disclaimer right off the top. None of them smell super high quality or like they have any naturals in them. So I'm not surprised that any of them are discontinued. But anyway, enough about that. Let's get into who made this stuff, when it was launched, and the note breakdown. Okay, so this was created by Michel Almerac and it was launched in 2005. The main notes in this one are bamboo, the bergamot, and the mandarin in the top. We have the sandalwood, the musk, and the cedar in the mid. And we have the ginger, the fir, the nutmeg, and the amber in the base. I don't get much amber, don't get much sandalwood. I do get a lot of bergamot. I do get a lot of greenness, probably from the bamboo. It doesn't smell very bamboo-y to me. I smell real bamboo. It's not that bamboo-boo-boo. The sandalwood gives it a bit of softness. The cedar gives it a bit of woodiness. It just mixed up and together to get this pleasant smell, but you're not getting anything in specific. The fragrance is linear. It doesn't develop as much. The one that I could say developed the most and changed the most on skin would be the Escada Sentiment. Now the Escada is starting to smell spicy, herbaceous, much more pleasant, woody. The vetiver is coming out. But these other two, Balmain and the Mont Blanc, those two are very linear. They smell almost exactly the same as they did when they first were sprayed or dabbed on my hand, on my skin. They're alright. They're going to have their fans, obviously. Somebody's going to love them. But they're not my favorite in my collection. I'm glad to have them because they are a good conversational item or conversational piece, but that's just about it. Cool. For those of you with a good eye, might have recognized that there's a box behind these bottles. Yo, I was so excited to get this. My gosh. I've been looking forward for this package for so long, and it took forever to reach where I am. And it's not Johan's fault. He did a great job shipping these. I think he used FedEx or DHL, and they got to my freight forwarder in the US really, really quickly. But as you guys know already, I don't live in the US, and therefore a lot of these fragrances have to go to my guy in the US and then get sent to me here, where I live in the Caribbean. Wow. He sent tester strips. Villa Essence, Helsingborg, Sweden. Thanks, Johan. I'll put these down here. And let's look at this presentation, people. Look at that. Wow. It's pretty simplistic. They come in these average, generic decant bottles. These are 30 mils. They average around $1 a milliliter, but I've heard great things about the quality. So let's get into them and see what they smell like. All right, so let's go first into Benzo Vanille. Okay, so we have Benzo Vanille right here. As you can see, this is an inspired expression of Stéphane Humbert, Taklamakan. I'm going to cut these in half. There we go. Nice mini strip. I don't know what Taklamakan smells like, but this smells beautiful. I like it. Now, this is more high quality than those. This, you could tell that an effort was made to create these, whether it is clone or not, that is regardless. Right now I'm looking at the quality of the fragrance, and if we're going to compare it to other clone houses, let's take it Latafa, Rusasi, Armaf. My gosh, Armaf. If we're going to compare it to any of those, there's no comparison. Honestly, there's no comparison. This is really good quality stuff. Okay, so this was a 2020 release. The notes in this one are the exact same notes that are in Taklamakan by Stéphane Humbert. I just can't stop smelling this one. I really like it. Let's leave it here. I can't wait to smell it on skin. I just need to wash all of this, synthetic stuff off my hands. You know what? I'm going to spray it right here. I don't think I'll need more than that. This is pretty strong. Oh, it's beautiful. It's not a sweet, cloying fragrance. It's more for like a incensey kind of resinous sweetness that is beautiful. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Let's take a moment here. I need to process this properly because this is amazing. Have I told you how nice this is? This is beautiful. All right, so I'm going to read the notes for you guys because I haven't really read much about it. I haven't really seen any reviews on this fragrance, so I don't know what's in it really. I did compare the notes between Taklamakan and Benzo Vanille, and they both contain the same note breakdown. All right, so there's benzoin, labdanum, and vanilla in the top. Iris and guaiac wood in the mid, and you have bergamot, rose, Chinese cedar, musk, sandalwood, and patchouli in the base. Now, if you take a look at this, they have some of the more typical base notes in the top and some of the more typical top notes in the base, which is interesting. However, this is dominated by the benzoin, the labdanum, the vanilla, the iris, the woodiness. There's some bit of earthiness and dirt probably from the patchouli, but it's not really prominent. Honestly, I don't get much of it. But the main stuff in here is that vanilla, that benzoin, and that iris. The iris is not a powdery or lipsticky iris. It's just enough iris in there to give the benzoin that softness that they require. On initial spray, it smells a little bit boozy. It fades off into this wonderful base of just... I love it. Benzo Vanille, people. Benzo Vanille. The next one we're going to test is Cardamom Vanilla, and here's the bottle right here. This one is an inspiration of Intoxicated by Kilian. Intoxicated by Kilian is one that is compared very frequently to Angel Man by Mugler. Let's see. I own Angel Man by Mugler. I don't own Intoxicated by Kilian. But if they smell the same, I guess, I'll find the similarity. Nothing can be smelled from the tap when you open it. This was decanted very, very cleanly. Very clean. Okay, so let's spray this one. Ooh, that got to me already, bro. My gosh. No, this is I want to cry. This smells, I don't know how many of you guys have a Middle Eastern heritage or background, or Turkish background, Greek background, but in the Mediterranean there is something that we call Turkish coffee or Arabic coffee that is made with cardamom. Now this smells exactly so gourmand, so close to the real beverage. It smells exactly like Arabic coffee. It smells exactly like Arabic coffee. The more I smell it, the vanilla starts to get more apparent and the sweetness. It smells, starting to smell now something like nougat, like nougat. Oh my gosh. There is a type of nougat in the Middle East as well that is with cardamom in it. This smells like a coffee nougat. This is exactly what it smells. Arabic cardamom coffee nougat. I don't know if there's any more spices in this. The only dominating notes in this are the coffee, the cardamom, and maybe some sweetness, maybe from vanilla or caramel or something. Really beautiful. I love this one, man. You know what? Let me try this one on skin as well. When you initially spray that just fills the air. Oh. Now we're talking. On skin is where it starts to bounce, people. Look. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. This is cardamom coffee in a bottle. Cardamom, vanilla, coffee, nutmeg, cinnamon. I don't get the nutmeg and the cinnamon. I must be very honest. They might be in there. That might be what's giving it that sweet candy kind of vibe. This Middle Eastern candy vibes, because we love to put spices in our candies. So it's exactly what it smells like, people. That's exactly what it's advertised as. That's what it is. It smells like cardamom coffee with vanilla. That's it. Beautiful fragrance. I love it. Good job, Johan. Good job. So far so good. All right, so the next one we have now is Tobacco Vanille. Okay, so as you might have deduced or guessed by the name, this is inspired by Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford, but also it is a mixed inspiration with Herod from Parfums de Marly. So it's a Herod Tobacco Vanille kind of inspiration. Let's let it breathe out a bit. You know what I'm amazed at? Look, I'm going to tell you something. I am amazed at how realistic the tobacco in this smells. There's not a lot of vanilla. There is spices, there's tobacco. The vanilla is that sweet base behind all of the notes, but the notes that most jump out to me are the tobacco. It's not like a sweet cherry tobacco, but it is a dry pipe tobacco. Wow, it smells a lot like the real thing. My uncle used to use tobacco in his pipe. In Cuba, they also have this kind of the actual tobacco that you put inside of the pipe tobacco, but it's not a cherry or sweetened pipe tobacco. Let's look for the notes. All right, so here's the notes, guys. Cinnamon and black pepper in the top. Definitely get that black pepper now. There's a pipe tobacco and osmanthus and incense in the mid, and you have vanilla, musk, and cedarwood in the base. Now the main notes that you're going to get from this is the tobacco, which is unmistakable. You have the sweetness from the vanilla. You get a little bit of the spiciness from the black pepper. It's a little bit smoky. Maybe the incense is giving it more or accentuating more that pipe tobacco smell to make it smell like it's almost being lit. It's not a nasty ashtray kind of smoky. It's like a fresh tobacco with incense in the background, I guess, if you want to put it that way. It's the least favorite of those three, but it is absolutely beautiful. Okay, so out of these 6 fragrances that I have here, I'm going to put them and rate them according to my taste. Number 1, Benzo Vanille. Number 2, Cardamom Vanille. Number 3, Tobacco Vanille. Oh, did I mention, guys, I really like vanilla. Number 4, probably Escada Sentiment. Number 5, Star Walker. And number 6, my least favorite, was Ballman by Ballman. You can't even see it, but that doesn't really matter. We don't care. Man. Let me smell that Benzo Vanille again. Ah, that Benzo Vanille, man. Let's spray the Tobacco Vanille on my skin and see what it's saying. It's beating, guys. Oh, now brace yourself. Here, on skin, it smells a little bit now, like the tobacco that's used in Red Tobacco by Mancera. So yeah, here you get a little bit more of that incense note. You get a little bit more of the pipe tobacco, in your face kind of pipe tobacco. It's a lot less peppery on my skin, but you can still get the note pretty well. Still a beautiful fragrance, no doubt. The ranking and the ratings are still the same. Nothing has changed just because I put Tobacco Vanille on my skin. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Hannibal. This is Magnificence. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too long for you. And thanks for the support. Like, comment, and subscribe here on YouTube. I might release a very abridged and short version for Instagram. If you're watching me on Instagram, like, follow, and share. leave a comment, and I'll see you next time. Stay cool, people.